are hard to come by in a college football season, and they should be cherished and prized, particularly when you get win number 6 and become bowl eligible. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Vols will kick it away first. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Eastern Michigan's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you lead, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Volunteers offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, Bill.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Caught in the backfield. It's Barker. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Throwing right. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Eagles. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a gap. It's Chubb. He's out past the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Turns it on at midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Barker. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Buying some time. They get to him as he throws.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up 4th down.
And the Vols will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give to the back. Finds a little space. Ball by himself down the middle. He's at the touchdown, Eastern Michigan. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra in that one just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's the handoff. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Here's a return from midfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, they're after him.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. Because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
So here is the Tennessee offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's cheap. Past the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield. It's cheap. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a crease. It's Chubb. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Touchdown ball! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 14 to USC. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of him.
And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Got a little space. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down, using the quick game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the big throw. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. First and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Leaves it with the running back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss.
There he goes. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the...
Touchdown, Tennessee! Fit it in the window for the score.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it behind the line. It's Moses. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Volunteers have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Touchdown, Volunteers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll go to the counter play. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown ball! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
3:25.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
On the double.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Caught in the backfield, it's Barker.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Volunteers pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The carry going off right tackle here. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Caught behind the line. It's Barker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On third down, going up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back. He's at the 40, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense putting points on the board. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up by 17 over USC. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hussein. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Looks it in at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Volunteers will take over. First and 10.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They want that clock to run. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Vols can really attack on this second and short. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got it in the middle. It's Gee. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the change. It's first down at the 27. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Hussein. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
The Volunteers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. That's a 5. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at.
He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
He'll try to do it himself. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited now.
Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.